Very gracious. Good evening again, everybody, and it's time to start football. Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz brings you the broadcast tonight of this Jamboree between South Gibson High School and Trenton Peabody. I'm Dan Hughes from Trenton Peabody. We're bringing you the play-by-play on this one. Terry, we've had a very good meal, and now we're ready to start our 5th year in a row.
I tell you what, Dan, it doesn't seem real that this is beginning our 5th year as we just continue to really love coming over here to Trenton Peabody and calling these games, and the support that we receive from the community, from the coaches, from the team. It's been just been phenomenal, and hope it will be happening for many years to come.
Well, we got South Gibson High School, who's made quite a name for themselves through the years in a lot of different sports. I can think of soccer. I can think of an up-and-coming baseball team that's going to have a lot of notoriety. And tonight we get to see South Gibson. And then next Thursday night, you and I are going to be broadcasting here on Worthy Road Studios, the BallGame Blitz. We're going to be broadcasting the South Gibson Milan football game. I'm looking forward to that. That's Thursday night.
We are, and I tell you what, that's I'm looking forward to that one also. Of course, looking forward tonight and seeing this South Gibson team against our Peabody Golden Tide, and South Gibson's got a couple of Division I athletes, more than that really, but a couple that are getting a lot of notoriety, and we'll talk about them as we go on through the night. But hopefully. Everybody gets through the night, everybody gets to play, and nobody gets hurt.
That's the main thing in jamborees. And you and I both have seen jamborees that just somebody gets wiped out, and that's the end of their football career.
And you hate that for all of these kids.
You're exactly right. Now, what we're going to do is start off here with the freshmen. And they're going to play 2 15-minute quarters, I believe. Is this a running clock, Terry?
Yes, this is going to be 2 15-minute running clocks, and then the varsity is going to play 2 quarters of regular football clock stoppage and everything, and then the last 2 quarters are going to be the JV team. They're going to get their reps in, and I think that clock is going to be running as well.
We've got South Gibson's going to kick off here. This is a freshman game, so bear with us as we put names and numbers together. We've got an interview supposed to happen. Lake Ganaway is supposed to come up here
at the
wonderful varsity game, and we get to talk with him hopefully later on this evening. A lot of football to be played here tonight. We're ready to kick off this jamboree. It's a short end-over-end kick, and down immediately at about the 38-yard line, 39-yard line. And that's where we're going to start here with Peabody on the offensive side. They're going to go ahead and mark the ball at the 40-yard line. And that's just a little pooch kick, Terry.
Yes, it was, and of course you have to kind of expect that when you're dealing with freshmen, but Peabody will get the ball first. Bo Elliott, number 12, is the quarterback.
And that's what happens when you get a roster at the last minute and they're not in numerical order.
Yeah.
Working out of the gun is Elliott. And here we go. And there is a handoff off to the right, to the left side. Pickup of about 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6 for Peabody.
And Dan, that's number 4. That's Edward Agnew, freshman. I tell you what, he is a person that I know this Peabody coaching staff is very high on. They're very, very high on this young man, and expect to see a lot of good things out of him.
Second down and about 6 yards from the 44-yard line for Peabody. They spread them out wide right, wide left. And the quarterback working out of the gun. There's the snap and hands it off straight up the middle. Going to pick up a first down across the 50 to about the 47-yard line.
There's Agnew again.
A young man was smart in looking for his opening there. He took his time and was working to try to find that opening, and he found it. Picked up the first down from the 47-yard line. First down and 10 for Peabody. They split the ends wide to the right, wide to the left. There's a snap, fakes, keeps. Goes to the left side and gets out across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. Good defense that time by South Gibson. The 44-yard line.
It was Bo Elliott on the carry, faked the give to Agnew. You ran the give twice, so he faked it this time, pulled it out, and was able to get down, get about 3 yards on that.
Second down and 7 from the South Gibson 44-yard line. Again, this is a freshman game, and the clock just continues to roll. 2 quarters, 2 15-minute quarters. Wide left, wide right. Elliott, pitch, goes back and looks for running room, and not a lot of happening there. There's number 4 carrying on the carry. Got back to the line, that's about all.
Yeah, that was Agnew again, Edward Agnew, and he's definitely going to be the feature back for this freshman team, and better job South Gibson that time on the defensive end.
Third down and 7 from the 44-yard line.
See, my good friend Eric Ward is the referee tonight, wearing the white hat.
They get paid for this?
I'm sure. Oh, yes, absolutely.
Wide right, wide left. Snap, keep, Elliott. In a peck of trouble. Spending, turning, loss of 3, back, 4th down, 10. Back to the 47-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and about 10 yards to go.
That was Michael Gibson for defensive lineman for South Gibson, 6'2", 250-pound freshman, breaking through and tackling Elliott for the loss.
Weather in West Tennessee's been cloudy all week long except right now.
That's right.
Of all the breaks. Wide right, wide left on 4th and 10. Elliott out of the gun. Goes straight back, looks down the field. Fires it, it's going to be picked off. Intercepted at about the 31-yard line. Goes to the right, picked up a couple of more up to the 34-yard line, and that is going to be first down and 10 for South Gibson, the Hornets of South Gibson.
Kason Coggins, number 35, with the interception there. The 5'8", 133-pound freshman. Put South Gibson in good shape at the 35-yard line.
First down and 10. The freshman Hornets send 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. There's a snap. Quick handoff, goes to the right side, breaks into the secondary, and gets out to about the 42-yard line. A pickup of about 7. It's going to be second down and 3.
Number 21 on the carry, and first time we'll say this tonight, won't be the last. I don't have a 21 for them on the freshman roster, so not exactly sure what that young man's name is, and we apologize for that.
They go 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Out of the gun, and a handoff goes to the right side, and they pick up the first down, and still on his feet across the 50 to the 45 to the 40, and pushed down finally at about the 29-yard line, and that's number 21 again, Terry, with a good pickup there on the reception.
Yeah, Peabody had a chance to get him stopped after a couple of yards, but nice lower body strength out of this young man to break that tackle and extend the play and pick up additional yardage. In the shotgun is Aiden Adams. There's the handoff straight up the middle to number 21. Much better job by the Peabody defense that time, as he was limited to about 3 yards, and that will bring up a second down and 7 from the Peabody 26-yard line. 8:56 clock running here in the first quarter of play.
You did good.
Oh, well, thank you.
From the 26-yard line. I don't know where
we don't know where this beeping
is
coming from.
But
we're efforting to figure that out.
2 wide to the left side, 1 to the right. Out of the gun. Handoff goes straight up the middle, goes to the right side, and he's going to be gang tackled at the right side, brought down close to the 20-yard line. As Adams as quarterback, Sutton on the carry for South Gibson. Ball is going to be marked at the 21-yard line. It's going to be third down and a couple.
Nice looking drive by this South Gibson freshman team. Their first possession of the night.
2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. There's the snap. Handed off, and hello at the line. That was Sutton on the carry, and the defense for Trenton Peabody Terrier there to open up the gate.
That was Emmanuel, and I am not going to get this name right. Chiraboga, number 64, who broke through, and also number 10, and I'm searching on the picture that I took of their roster, and I don't have a number 10. It could be nope, it's not him. Okay, sorry, I don't have a 10 for as these are some of the older jerseys. And
4th down and about 5 for South Gibson. And they go to the right side with it, and he slants toward the inside, back out to the right, and picks up the first down and then some. And I'm looking for numbers, and I think that's a quarterback.
21 was the carrier, and Barracks Dawson was on the tackle along with I believe it was Torres, number 62, but not before South Gibson was able to extend this drive.
It's going to be first down and 10 from about the 14. Out of the gun. Low snap, picks it up. And still on his feet. Goes to the left side. Going to be wrestled down. And Elliott's brought down at the 3. And Terry there's on the tackle was number 26 for Peabody.
And that would be Nathan Peterson on the tackle. Nice job. Nice open field tackle by Peterson.
Was there a flag on the play?
I believe we do have a flag on the play.
Our first flag of the 23 season.
We got holding against South Gibson.
So they'll march it back from the spot of the foul.
I think that's going to put it back about the 22, Dan.
You are correct. 22-yard line, and it's going to be, let's see, first down and 20 yards to go, thereabouts. Low snap again. Hands it off, goes right side with it. Smothered down, picked up a couple. It'll be second down, 18.
It was Coggins on the carry and a host of Peabody Tideman, led by number 10. Once again, we don't have his number, don't have a name. Also, Bo Elliott came up and assisted on that tackle.
Remember these names. You'll be hearing them for
the next 4 years.
4 years. Varsity over there at our right, warming up, getting set. Won't take long to get warm today.
No, not tonight.
2 wide to the left side, 1 to the right. Snap, Adams hands it off, goes straight up the middle with it. Got down to about the 15-yard line.
That was Coggins again on the carry for South Gibson.
It's going to be third down. 12 yards to go. Big down coming up here for both these teams as they're set to play. 3:50 remaining in the first quarter. You can, of course, watch this one now on Facebook as you are, and also YouTube. It'll be loaded on YouTube later. There's a handoff, goes to the right side. He's in a heap of trouble and is going to be drugged down for a loss on the play. Let's see where they say the first contact came at.
I think they're going to put him about the 18-yard line.
You are correct, and it's going to be 4th down coming up.
Yeah, that was Coggins on the carry and Agnew coming from his linebacker position. I tell you what, this Dan, this is a young man that you might or we might see on the field on Friday nights before the season's over with. I mean, you know, if he continues to progress, he's got a lot of natural ability.
I'm looking forward to seeing both varsity teams in this young season. Thursday night, South Gibson opens up against Milan, that game at Milan. And then Friday night, Peabody opens up against USJ in Jackson. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Snap, goes straight back. Looks a little screen pass is incomplete. And the ball's going to go over on downs. Good job by Peabody's defense.
Yeah, bend but don't break. That'll work. And now we'll see Bo Elliott in this Peabody offense once again.
Elliott brings his team. Peabody dressed in the black with the gold numerals. And from about the 18-yard line, that's where Peabody will start this drive. Look at the size on South Gibson.
Yeah, they got some good-sized young men. 5'11", 224, 6'7", 298 as a freshman.
Snap. And a handoff goes to the right side, out across the 20 to the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Tide. That's a very pretty run for Peabody.
You see here, you've got the tag play, guard and tackle both pull. They get a good seal block, and then Agnew does the rest of it. Breaks one tackle, and then the rest of the South Gibson defense, none of them have the angle. And I like this kid, Dan. I like this kid.
Did you see where the head was when he was running down? Had that head back? He had one mission in life. He did. Attempting the extra point will be number 5, Terry.
Well, give me
Peabody.
just a second, see if I can.
Number 17 is holding. Ball down, kick up, and the kick hits the upright. Bounces back.
Griffin's kick is no good.
Elliott was the holder. And not exactly sure who number 5 was.
We don't have that number.
Our good friend Terry Brown walked in. Good to see you, Coach.
We know, buddy.
Well, it's football time.
In Tennessee.
It's
right.
Football time again. 25
We
seconds
just wanted to warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
A lot of people with coats on here.
2 o'clock, heat index was 106.
Wow. 2 o'clock this afternoon, heat index was 106.
I don't doubt it at all. Let's see.
I think that's going to end this first quarter, Dan, as the clock rolls down to 6 seconds, and Peabody's going to have a 6-0 lead going into the second quarter.
And that's the end of that first quarter. And we'll be back right after these words.
Peabody 6, South Gibson
Peabody leads by the score of 6-0 here in this freshman scrimmage game against the Hornets of South Gibson High School. And speaking of the heat index, it's 92 degrees right now in Trenton. Heat index right now is 107.
Man. That's a little warm.
Peabody going to kick it off. We're going to go through 15 more minutes, and then other things going to happen here in this celebration of football. That's basically what this is.
I
remember years ago, and I'll tell you that story in a minute. High end over end kick by Peabody, going to be taken at about the 27, 30, 35, 40. Falls forward about, back it up now to the 38-yard line. I remember a coach a long time ago, Terry, told me that the thing about the Jamborees, it tells them how to put their equipment on, how to come out on the field.
Yeah.
And it said a lot of things are accomplished in these type games, these scrimmages that will come in and mean a lot later on.
It will, and I remember when I played for Jim Stowe, he always liked to travel for scrimmages in the fall. He never liked to play home in the fall. We play spring scrimmages at home, but in the fall you always played your scrimmages on the road, and he said we just got to teach these kids how to travel, and it was a good deal.
South Gibson. Did we have a flag?
Timeout, Peabody.
Timeout call. That'll stop the clock with 13:58 remaining. Terry, if you could possibly go through the schedule of events for today. You sent me the thing.
I did. Now I got to go back and find where I sent it to you. Of course, this started at 6:15. The freshmen are playing 2 15-minute quarters. We're in the second quarter of that. At 6:45, both cheer squads, the South Gibson cheerleaders and the Trenton Peabody cheerleaders, will both perform a routine. Then at 7 o'clock, we'll have varsity action. South Gibson and Peabody, they'll play 2 12-minute regulation quarters. It'll be just like they're going to play a half, basically. And then both bands will perform at halftime, and then the second half will be a JV game with 2 15-minute quarters with the clock running. So that will be what we are doing tonight.
Okay, South Gibson with the football on the 35s where they wound up marking it. Wide to the left, wide to the right. Low snap, gets a pass off down the field. It's complete. First down, then some. Out across the 40, down to about the 48-yard line.
Adams on the pass. Porter Prince, 5'10", 151-pound freshman. On the reception, Prince did a great job of just sitting down in the zone, and Adams put it on the money for him.
Aiden Adams, you're going to hear his name in the future.
Yeah, they're going to be in good shape at quarterback with him.
There's a snap. Adams, he puts up another pass, and it's caught. I think it got tipped around, and then it was caught by South Gibson, and they get a first down and go way down the field, out across to somewhere around the 25-yard line, I think.
Yeah, it's basically the same play, the same exact play as they hit Prince again in the soft spot of the zone, and Peabody did it a little bit better. They're going to run the same thing again, but we got a whistle.
I don't think it was set. They bring the ball back.
Ineligible substitution against Trenton Peabody. And Dan, that was the.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very fortunate because that was the same play again. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They haven't shown they can stop it yet, so keep running it until they do.
Again, I have no idea where that sound's coming from. Wide to the right, wide to the left. Handoff goes straight up the middle. And picks up enough for a first down, and they're going to move the ball down. As best I can tell, Terry, somewhere around the 14, 15-yard line. Am I right?
Yeah, it's getting, let's see, I think he's.
There's such a glare on the glass.
There is. I think they've got it at the 12, Dan. I They marked it. Yeah, marked it at the 12.
See the drone in the sky on the far side.
Oh yeah.
There's a snap again. Same play. Trying to go up the middle with it. It'll be second down coming up. Terry, we may be able to see the field better on watching the monitor.
I have been trying to do that because
there's such a glare
yes.
on this glass that very hard to see.
That on the tackle was number 67, and I don't have a 67 on my roster.
There's a snap and a handoff. Goes straight up the middle and still on his feet and into the end zone for the touchdown. Into the end zone for the touchdown is South Gibson, and that ties the game 6 each.
You see, Peabody had 2 opportunities to tackle the young man before he was able to score, but that was a lot of determination by that young man.
10:25 remaining in the freshman scrimmage. Ball is down and the kick is up and it's blocked. So we're tied at 6 with 10:15 remaining in the freshman scrimmage here as we open the 23 football season. This is the celebration of football from Trenton Peabody. We'll be back right after this.
Believe it or not, insurance has become one of the largest parts of most family budgets. How many times have you thought to yourself, man, that seems expensive? At Seiler Thornton Agency, we represent several different insurance companies, so we have the flexibility to shop your coverages and find the best value. Seiler Thornton Agency has been taking care of insurance needs in Gibson County for over 20 years. We are proud to be a Trenton business, and we love to support the Peabody Golden Tide. Call us today or stop by for a free quote. Seiler Thornton Agency. Our business is you.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
We're back at Walter Kilzer Stadium, 9 minutes 33 seconds left in the second quarter of this freshman scrimmage, and we're all tied at 6. Both squads have put the ball into the end zone once, and both failed on their extra point. Peabody hit the upright, and South Gibson's was blocked. Terry Clement here along with Dan Hughes, and as Dan's called it, a celebration of football, and that's what it is between these two schools that are just right down the road from each other.
Doesn't take much long to get here.
No, this is a great road trip, and because it's as you said, it's not gonna take you long to get here.
Biggest decision that you'll have to make is where to eat.
That was our biggest decision tonight, and we picked a good place. Picked a very good place. South Gibson ready to kick to Trenton Peabody. I believe Agnew's back deep for Peabody. McGowan to kick. Low driving kick. It's going to be knocked down and fallen on at the 25-yard line by number 17, Franklin Elliott. So good job by Elliott. Didn't handle it clean and made sure that Peabody was able to maintain possession of the football.
For South Gibson, Will Harris, Colton Pickard, and Gavin Wallace are the coaches. Harris is the head coach for this freshman team. And Terry, I don't know. I don't have the list for Peabody, well, all of them I would suspect.
Jay Taylor is down on the sidelines, and I did see him down there now. Like you said, the glare on the window is so bad it's hard for us to hard to see who the other quarterback is, or the other coach is. Speaking of the other quarterback, we have a new quarterback in the game. He hands the ball to Agnew. Agnew comes around the left side. I thought Agnew was face mask, and yes, there comes the flag.
Plural. Many
Flags, yes. Philip Elliott is at quarterback now for Trenton Peabody, and I believe we're going to have a personal foul, face mask, against South Gibson, as you see Eric Ward on the screen.
That Agnew transfer is going to be good, ain't he?
Personal foul, face mask against South Gibson. That's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down. As you see the replay here again, Agnew comes around, and it's number 21 who just scored the touchdown for South Gibson that was guilty of the face mask. And like I said, we do not have a name for him. Elliott is the brother to Franklin Elliott. I believe they are twins. We got motion on Peabody. Number 16, the tight end, Nash Barker, flinched in his stance, and so that's going to make it first down and 15 and move the ball back to the Peabody 33. 6:46 left in this scrimmage. Clock running as it has been. The only time it stopped was for timeouts. And Peabody has the football.
You think that South Gibson is ready for some football? Look at the crowd over there.
Man, I tell you what, they are excited. There's Agnew. Breaks out to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, down the sideline. He may go 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Looking for flags. See none. And Edward Agnew has taken the ball to the house. And here you see it again. It's just the zone play to the right. Great job by the offensive line. Agnew with the stiff arm right there.
Look at that head.
And yes, he's got the head back. And, buddy, once he clears the secondary, they're not going to catch him.
That reminds me of some players from many years ago.
Absolutely.
Head to go back, gone. This kid is going to be a player.
He is. And for the extra point is number 5. It is up, and it is good. I'm not going to steal Dan's word. I wouldn't dare steal your word, Dan.
We're going to work on that all the way back home.
5 minutes, 30 seconds left in this scrimmage. Peabody leads South Gibson 13-6. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Eddie and Clint Sturgeon have been serving Trenton for over 30 years and at the current location for 13 years, offering 2 drive-through windows, free delivery, after-hours emergency service, and vaccinations. It's almost flu season, so it's time for your flu shot. I know nobody wants either one. The flu shot takes less than 5 seconds, but the flu lasts for a week. So take your shot or take your chances. You can get the flu anywhere, but get your flu shot at Eddie's Pharmacy. No appointment needed for either one.
4:48 left in this scrimmage as they actually have stopped the clock. Peabody leads South Gibson 13-6. I'm Terry Clement along with Dan Hughes. And Dan, we've talked a lot about Edward Agnew, and rightfully so, as he has definitely done enough to be a topic of conversation on his 2 touchdown runs. 2 carries, 149 yards. So this young man can put the ball in the end zone from any part of the field. And, man, I see why the coaches are high on this young man.
Yes, and we've also got to mention the blocking that he's getting, but he's running past his blocking. He's running past the defenders. He's running past everybody. This young man is going to get some varsity minutes in. What do you think?
I think you're right. They're going to find a place to put him on the field. Well, I do have a last name, at least for our kicker, number 5, Griffin, was set to kick it off. We've got number 21, and I can't see. I know Adams has been back there. I can't see who the other guy is. We've got a high end-over-end kick. It's going to hit about the 18 and be picked up to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, and going to be brought down about the 39. We're going to give him the 40-yard line, and that is number 12. That's Porter Prince, and Mr. Prince has had himself a nice little ball game. He's got a couple of catches for some first downs, and now got a about a 22-yard kickoff return.
That was a dandy return there by Prince. He's able to see the field and judge the holes, and that's where he went with the football.
Yeah, very nice return. So South Gibson will take over at their own 40-yard line. They've got 4 minutes and some change to matriculate the football down the field and see if they can to move the ball down the field.
Oh, okay.
To see if they can put it in the end zone under the guidance of Aiden Adams.
That was a Schultzy word, wasn't it?
Oh, Lord. I need to quit using it then. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Lone, they've got too many on the field. I was going to say, yeah, they're going to get a penalty for having too many on the field because they had 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and then 3 in the backfield. So that's 7, and then 5 linemen is going to be 12. And good thing for us, our officiating crew can count. So they were able to see it. I really didn't mean anything by that. That's just a opening night joke. Yeah, I'll tell Eric myself I said it because he'll go back and watch it. So I'm sure I'll get a text or a phone call in the morning. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. We've got an H-back on the left side. Adams is in this gun. There's a snap, low snap, handoff. Number 21 up the middle, gets to the 35, to the 40, and going to be brought down about the 42-yard line as he is going to gain 7 on first and 15, and that's going to make it 2nd down and 8. You know, one thing, Dan, and look, I know they've had scrimmages. I understand that they've had practices, but when you get in a football game where the lights are on and you got officials, that snap, especially the shotgun snap, and is sometimes very difficult. And Adams has done a great job tonight on several low snaps, but they've been handled. There's another one. Down to a handoff to number 21. He breaks through. He's going to cross midfield and get down to about the 48-yard line.
Got enough for the first down.
That's going to be a gain of 10 on this play as we've got a tackle pulling up, looping up in there. It's number 77, Culberson, 5'11", 224. Man, they do have some large offensive linemen in this freshman class, and that will bode well for them. 1:57 clock running is South Gibson doesn't seem to be too intent on going to a hurry-up offense. They're just kind of running plays in and out. They are losing valuable seconds. We're down to 1:45.
Bragging rights.
Absolutely. Peabody leads 13-6. And
Peabody's in.
Play clock down to 5.
Peabody Terry's in one tough region.
Oh, there's no doubt.
South Gibson's in another tough region.
Now we've got a play clock expiration, and so it's going to be 1st and 15 after a delay of game, and it's going to put the ball back to the South Gibson 46. You know, Dan, we were talking coming over, if there is a tougher region in Class 2A in the state of Tennessee, I don't know what it is. And it may be from top to bottom, maybe not talking about 6A, but just a toughest region in the state. There's Adams back, pass is complete. Down to the 30-yard line. That is complete to number 35. That is Kason Coggins.
25 on the tackle, and that was, I think it's 25, 26. Can't tell with the glare. But that was a good open field tackle.
That was a good open field. Number 26 on there. We've got a timeout called by South Gibson. 48.8 seconds left here in this contest. South Gibson trails Peabody 13-6. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Anderson Furniture and Floor Covering would like to thank the people of Gibson County for allowing them to serve you for 70 years. During football season, there's never a better place to be than sitting in your recliner watching the game. Come visit Anderson Furniture and Floor Covering, 110 High Street in Trenton, and check out the large collection of furniture and floor coverings. Good luck and roll Tide!
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
1st and 10, South Gibson at the Peabody 33-yard line. There's a pass by Adams, complete, caught by Prince. He's going to get down to about the 21-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a first down. It's going to stop the clock. Well, it's not going to stop the clock. Ordinarily it would stop the clock. 33 seconds in the clock counting. And now we've got another timeout by South Gibson. 32.6 seconds left. We're going to keep it here. 13-6, Peabody leads South Gibson in this freshman scrimmage. And, you know, Dan, as I said, South Gibson didn't look like they were in too much of a hurry to move the ball, to matriculate the ball down the field. They have called 2 timeouts after their last 2 successive first down plays.
Well, yes, and they're just putting that little slant pattern up there, straight up the middle, and good defense in the secondary there by Peabody. Good play, good quarterback work. You know, almost every snap of South Gibson's snap has been low.
Yes. This
quarterback was able to bring that ball up every time, and of course that's something you're going to work on, and that's normal. But
and
I'm
here's
impressed.
As a former center back many moons ago, as a quarterback, you'd rather the snap be low than high.
Exactly.
You can
right.
field a low snap. You have to go chasing a high
you
snap.
You can knock it down anyway.
Absolutely. 32.6 seconds left. 1st and 10 on the Peabody 21 for South Gibson. Adams in the gun, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass is Adams. There it is. Just thrown in. It's going to be intercepted. It is intercepted by Peabody. That is Combs down the sidelines to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown. We do have a flag, have 2 flags down here. I can tell you the one at the 40-yard line down here is going to be an illegal blindside block, so it's coming back regardless. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is that's down at the 16-yard line.
Well, we may or we may not, because we're going to
run out of time. Well, that's true. We're going to run out of time anyway, and it's not going to matter, whatever they are, what those penalties are. I know the one down here, like I said, is, but now, however, if it is a defensive penalty, they'll give them one more play. Or that's what the rule book says. But in a celebration of football, otherwise called a jamboree, we might not. We'll have to wait and see.
I think they're going to call it and go on with business.
Well, Peabody's certainly acting like they're going to call it, and I believe you are right on that, Dan. And the final score is going to be Peabody 13, South Gibson 6. And, you know, pretty exciting.
I'm impressed.
It was both teams, yeah.
Yes, I saw some good plays on both teams. I saw a quarterback for South Gibson is going to be very impressive young man. I saw some running backs for Peabody that you're going to hear from maybe even this year.
You're exactly right, Dan. And, you know, just the mark of 2 very good football programs. They continue to reload, you know, and we'll get into this later, if not tonight, next Friday night when we're at USJ, but about how much Peabody lost over the past couple of years. One of those we're going to hopefully get to talk to later on tonight, Mr. Kalik Ganaway. You know, South Gibson has lost some good players over the past couple of years. They continue to reload, and man, they've got a couple of really good players we're going to definitely talk about in this varsity game. So next thing up on the agenda is both cheerleading squads, if I remember correctly. Both cheerleading squads are going to perform, and then we're going to suit it up with some varsity football with South Gibson and Trenton Peabody. 6:45, well, we're already past that. So the times that are, if you got a schedule of events and times, folks, that's out the window because we're at 7 o'clock already.
It happens
every time. And that's okay. That's okay. It's about the kids, and we're not here. As long as we're done by 7 o'clock Monday morning, I can be back at work.
Me too. Let's see. here's what we're going to do. We're going to have on and off pictures coming here from from the screen. Pictures from the cheerleading squads. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, when Terry and I come back, we're going to be bringing you the play-by-play for this varsity game, 2 quarters, 12-minute quarters with regulation clocks. So take it away, down to the field and the cheerleaders.
Trenton Health and Rehabilitation is a newly renovated 4-star facility in Trenton. It is the only Eden and Bronze facility within 200 miles of West Tennessee. Trenton Health and Rehabilitation offers skilled and long-term services. There is a nurse practitioner in the facility 5 days a week who works in conjunction with the doctor. Virtual providers are also available. You can call at 855-4500. Trenton Health and Rehabilitation is located at 2036 Highway 45 Bypass South in Trenton. Come visit us for your rehab needs.
H&R AgriPower is your local Case IH dealer in Trenton, Tennessee, and a proud supporter of the Golden Tide.
Gibson County Utility District has provided Gibson County and the surrounding area with natural gas since 1953. We pride ourselves on our dedication to the comfort and safety of our customers and the citizens of Gibson County. And as citizens, you can do your part. Always be sure to call 811 before digging in order to avoid hitting a gas line or any other buried utility. Gibson County Utility District for better living in your community.
J&B Motors, 447 South Main in Dyer, Tennessee, will buy, sell, or trade, and even finance in-house. At J&B Motors, you can even enjoy a lifetime warranty. J&B is a complete dealer with a mechanic shop and a detail shop. Just travel to Dyer, 447 South Main, or visit the website at jnbmotorsllc.com. J&B Motors doesn't care about your credit, they care about you, their customers. J&B Motors, 447 South Main, Dyer. State Farm agent Amy Greer, 308 South College Street in Trenton, is where the customer's needs always come first. When life storms hit your home or your family, you're able to rest easy when you deal with a 30-year professional, Amy Greer at State Farm in Trenton. Your North Gibson local agency serving Trenton, Dyer, Rutherford, Bradford, Kenton, and Yorkville. See Amy or Scarlett Davis Smith or Courtney Tyree Williams. Amy Greer, State Farm, Trenton.
With extra pandemic unemployment funding coming to an end in Tennessee, you should not hesitate to find a job that pays what you need and treats you well, because those jobs are going to go as quickly as gasoline in a shortage. Apply today at McLean Power Systems in Trenton. Make your next career move to McLean today by texting POWER to 67664. That's POWER to 67664. McLean Power Systems is an equal opportunity employer.
no matter where you are. You can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Trenton native Amy McLemore is a certified residential specialist with Town & Country Realtors. Specializing in the Gibson County area, it is her goal to treat each of her clients with respect and custom care. Having received numerous awards in the field of real estate, Amy is qualified to ensure the best outcome for her clients, whether they are buyers or sellers. You can call Amy today at her office at 731-668-7000 or on her cell at 731-234-0049 and let her help you find your dream home.
Trenton Light and Water Department provides electric, water, and wastewater services for customers inside the city limits of Trenton, Tennessee. We support all Trenton Special School District endeavors, academic, athletic teams, band, and extracurricular clubs and activities at Trenton Elementary School, Trenton Rosenwald Middle School, and Peabody High School. Our office is temporarily located in downtown Trenton at 110 South College Street in the Steel Building, while a new office and warehouse building is being constructed at our Armory Street location. Please contact our office or visit our website, www.trentonlw.com, for payment options, online, bank draft, ACH, by phone, and our new phone app. Roll Tide and Lady Tide from Trenton Light and Water. We are honored to serve all the citizens of Trenton.
McCoy's Heating and Air specializes in more than just HVAC services. Our service department has expert plumbers to handle a wide variety of plumbing issues. Do you have a dripping faucet, broken toilet, or broken water heater? Whatever the issue may be, contact McCoy's today for quick service. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Welcome back, everybody, to Trenton Peabody, where this Jamboree is featuring Trenton Peabody and South Gibson. And South Gibson and Peabody met in freshman football in 2 quarters, and Peabody won that one. Now let's see what the varsity does. As you can see there that Peabody's about to come through their big sign, and it keeps falling over. Now they get it back up, and they're about ready to go. South Gibson was 7-5 last year, 3-2 in Region 7 4A, number 3 seed in the playoffs, and in their 13th season, their record is 84-49. They have one regional championship that happened, Terry, back in 19. They were in the playoffs last year, lost to a great Haywood team, 47-14 in the second round. Ben Johnson is the head coach. That's his second year, and he has a lot of good players over there. Look at the size on that side.
Yeah, they've got some very large young men over there. You saw Trenton Peabody enter the field, and but yes, you're exactly right, Dan. South Gibson, as you look down, 295, 280, 254, 275, 252, 255, 250. They just lots of twos, and of course they're in Region 6 4A this year, and you better have some big boys in that league, because that's a pretty good league. Lexington's in that league. Chester County is in that league, and if it comes down to it right now, I would have to say, though, I believe South Gibson would probably be the odds-on favorite with what they bring back with Heath Howe and Cameron Clark, the Ole Miss commit. I would say they might be the odds-on favorite to win that region.
Last year, Peabody was 10-3 overall, 5-0 in Region 7A. They lost to MASE 26-24. I remember that in the third round. 103rd season. Now, that's the comparison here.
Yeah.
South Gibson, this is their 13th season to play. It's a new school, a beautiful school over there. But this is the 103rd season of Peabody. Overall record, 517 wins, 419 losses, 33 ties. So over the last 10 seasons, 114 to 21 losses over the last 10 seasons. Shane Jacobs' 9th season, 93-16 is Coach Jacobs. And they've never met in the regular season or in the playoffs.
They have not.
Peabody's going to kick it off as we get started here.
DeHaan.
Derek DeHaan, a senior. There's the kick, end over end kick, going to be taken at the 15, out to the 20, to the 25, and is going to be down at about the 29-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for South Gibson. Heath Howe is the quarterback. He wears number 7. He's got a couple of running backs back there in Reed and Walker. Reed is a sophomore. Walker is a senior. They come out 1 wide to the right, 2 to the left. Out of the gun is Howe. There's a snap, looks, little lateral pass, goes side and hit once, hit twice, and finally brought down. And that worked pretty well. I don't know where he stepped out of bounds at. It looks to be about the 34-yard line. And a pickup of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 coming up here for the Hornets. 2 wide right, 1 to the left, out of the gun. Handoff goes straight up the middle, 1st down, out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Was that Walker on that?
That was Reed.
Reed, the sophomore.
Yeah, and I believe Smith, 21, is the other back in there.
Another 21?
Yeah. We got a name this time.
Oh, there's a snap, and there's a pass. It's complete. Missed 1 tackle. Headed to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, South Gibson. Let's see. I had a number 2.
Reed. Yeah, Jonathan Reed.
Jonathan Reed, a senior. And 6'1", 179. He's talented.
Yeah, he is missed tackle there by Peabody, and that's all Reed needed, and he was able to take it to the house.
You pay the price for the missed tackles.
Absolutely.
So South Gibson's the first to draw blood.
We're play clock hasn't been started. Now it has finally, and this is going to be number 84, Crowell, into kick.
Ball down, kick up, and the kick is good, barely. 7-0 the score. South Gibson leads with 11:13 remaining in the first quarter of this Jamboree for 2023. 7-0 South Gibson leading. Now we'll get to see Peabody on the attack. Their quarterback is Jerry Donald. In the backfield is Smith and Wilkins. Wide receivers, Wilkes, Kinney, and Wilkins. And the H-back will be Yarbrough. So I'm anxious to see this combination of young players.
Me too, and we're going to see a lot of names that we haven't called a whole lot in the last couple of years, but you know what? That's okay. That's part of it, and kids have been working very, very hard, as you know they will, and this may be the youngest Peabody team that is definitely the youngest one that we've seen since we've been coming over here.
Terry, you can mark it on your calendar of August the 25th. That's the home opener against Jackson Christian here at Peabody. You and I are coming early.
Okay.
And we're bringing Windex.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, my. Well, South Gibson is ready to kick off. You sit around home and you wait and you wait and you wait for this night to come. And we're going to be busy for about the next 15 weeks, aren't we?
Yep. Jaquan Kinney is back also with DJ Smith for Peabody.
There's the kick, and going to the right side, hit once and then knocked out of bounds. Now, if this was a regular game, you'd probably kick that again. Because, no.
Okay.
Because of offside on the kickoff. But since this is a jamboree, nah.
Let's
go with it.
Let's just go. Yep.
Well, let's see where they wind up with the football.
13-yard line.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Peabody. Donald at quarterback. Wide right, wide left. Man goes in motion. There's a snap. And a handoff that's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down. 2nd down. And let's see, a loss of about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down, 14.
Yeah. Not a whole lot. Had a blitz coming from the backside. Number 90, Yaya Gad, came through.
There's a snap. Pass goes to the right side and knocked down and incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, tried to hit Wilkes out here, just up hit him quick, and wasn't able to make the catch. Now we've got some moving around. Kenny's the one that I'm eager to see with the ball in his hand, Dan. He's a transfer from Lake County, and I believe we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout's going to be called right here with 10:33 remaining, first quarter of play, and South Gibson leads 7-0 back after this.
Believe it or not, insurance has become one of the largest parts of most family budgets. How many times have you thought to yourself, man, that seems expensive? At Seiler Thornton Agency, we represent several different insurance companies, so we have the flexibility to shop your coverages and find the best value. Seiler Thornton Agency has been taking care of insurance needs in Gibson County for over 20 years. We are proud to be a Trenton business, and we love to support the Peabody Golden Tide. Call us today or stop by for a free quote. Seiler Thornton Agency. Our business is you.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Out of the gun, Donald takes it. Donald's going to run with it around the left side. Gets up to about the 12-yard line. And not much pumpkin there.
No.
4th down and looks to be about 11.
There was a bit of a hole there and missed the block, and that was the one who actually brought Donald down. But now we'll see Derek DeHaan's punting skills.
DeHaan going to punt it away. He'll be in the end zone. Good snap. Punt away down the field. Get a roll, and he does. And it's picked up at the 42, and bang, hit at the 36. And it's going to be 1st and 10. And on the return was Brady, Sebastian Brady, a 5'6" junior. At 143, he didn't hesitate on that bounce, did he?
No, he did not. He took a chance, and it paid off for him, and he was able to get about 7 yards on that return and set South Gibson up nicely.
South Gibson working out of the gun. There's a snap, fakes the handoff, fires it. It is complete, and then he fumbled it, and Peabody fell on it.
I don't know if we got it back or not, Dan.
Ball's at the 25. Official goes to the side. Now he says that South Gibson got it. I didn't see that again.
Yeah, if we see that on the Seiler Thornton replay, they hit number 9, Lavorne, in that little seam route, and Great job by Jennings forcing the fumble. Denton had an opportunity to pick it up, but wasn't able to do so.
He overslid it.
He did.
There's a handoff straight up the middle. And on the carry for South Gibson was Jaden Reed. And he picks up about 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7 yards to go. $8:55 remaining in the first quarter.
And
long count.
Yeah, Peabody jumped off sides. I believe that's going to be number 57, Chandler Milan.
Ball down to the 17-yard line on the 5-yard penalty.
He's playing the one technique, or basically the nose tackle, so he's the closest one to the ball. He'll hear about that one from Coach Val.
There's a snap and the handoff again. And he may have fell forward for the first down. Down close to the 15-yard line.
I believe they're going to give him. Yep, they're going to give him the first down.
Peyton Denton, according to Coach Jacobs, has been an enormous surprise this year for Peabody, and he was involved on that tackle. First down and 10. There's a handoff, goes to the right and then cuts back on the inside. And that was Jaden Reed on the carry. And he gets it down close to the 11-yard line. It'll be second down and about 5 yards to go.
Yeah, Eli Lewis on the tackle for Trenton Peabody.
Jamboree whistle, going to have a timeout call. Timeout going to be called by Peabody. 7:49 remaining in the first quarter. South Gibson leading 7-0. Back after this.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Eddie and Clint Sturgeon have been serving Trenton for over 30 years and at the current location for 13 years, offering 2 drive-through windows, free delivery, after-hours emergency service, and vaccinations. It's almost flu season, so it's time for your flu shot. I know nobody wants either one. The flu shot takes less than 5 seconds, but the flu lasts for a week. So take your shot or take your chances. You can get the flu anywhere, but get your flu shot at Eddie's Pharmacy. No appointment needed for either one.
Out of the gun is South Gibson. This is Howe. Looks back over to the sidelines. They got 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Now they're going back straight ahead and maybe a couple yards.
He's still going.
Man. That was Reed again, wasn't it?
It was. He's a strong young man. Jaden Reed, 5'7", 165, good low center of gravity, and Ace Meadows had him at about the 9-yard line and wasn't able to bring him down until he got down to the, looks like about the 6-yard line.
That's what it looks like. Here we go. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the gun. Snap, handoff, Reed again. Straight up the middle, and he didn't get into the end zone, but is a couple of yards of the line. It'll be first and goal from about the 3-yard line.
Joshua Jones and Jennings on the tackle.
Two to the left. There's a snap, and quarterback goes around the right side and into the end zone. Heath Howe takes it into the end zone. The senior quarterback takes it into the end zone for South Gibson, and the Hornets lead by the score of 12-0. Mark the time, 6:45 remaining. First quarter of play. In to attempt the extra point. Here's South Gibson. Ball down, kick up, and the kick is good. 13-0 the score. South Gibson leads. We'll be back after these wise words. Anderson Furniture and Floor Covering would like to thank the people of Gibson County for allowing them to serve you for 70 years. During football season, there's never a better place to be than sitting in your recliner watching the game. Come visit Anderson Furniture and Floor Covering, 110 High Street in Trenton, and check out the large collection of furniture and floor coverings. Good luck and roll Tide!
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
This is the BallGame Blitz, and this is the celebration of football for 2023. It's Trenton Peabody and South Gibson in the Jamboree. And right now, South Gibson leads by the score of 14-0. And don't forget, next Thursday night, Terry and I will be in Milan for the South Gibson-Milan game. And then Friday night, we will be in Jackson for the USJ Trenton Peabody game.
A lot of football next week.
It's a way to get started.
Absolutely.
Here we go. High end over end kick. Going to be retrieved at the 18. Drop, pick back up at the 25. Turns the corner to the 25, to the 30, to the 33-yard line, and upended at about the 33-yard line. And Terry, that was number 6. That is Eli Lewis.
Actually, that was 9, Dan. I believe it was 9. Yeah, DJ Smith.
DJ Smith, like I said, Terry.
And Brady, Sebastian Brady for South Gibson on the tackle. I tell you what, Brady is he's made 3 nice plays on special teams already.
Here we go. Peabody to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Donald, the quarterback, the junior. There's a snap Donald's going to keep. Rolls around the left side to the 40, to the knocked out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And Donald picks up a first down. I think it's close.
Just quarterback keeper all the way. You had number 52, Garrison Brown, pulling around, got a block, and able to pick up 10 as a positive first down play.
Donald has been working on that strength, and you could tell it right there. He always was fast.
Yeah, you know, Donald was the quarterback against Milan last year while Sam Driggers was hurt and was doing a great job till he himself got hurt.
There's a handoff, and around the right side we go, and up to the 45 and hit and brought down.
It was Kenny.
Kenny on the carry, tackle by Beaver.
Jawan Kenny. He's a senior. Peabody doesn't have a whole lot of seniors on this edition of the Golden Tide.
If I remember right, 8.
I think that's
8
right.
8 seniors and 9. There were 9 freshmen at one point in time. Kenny's a transfer in from Lake County High School. We saw him, quite a lot of him, over the past couple of years.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Man goes in motion to the left side. There's a snap and a keeper. Donald to the right side, to the 50. Donald got another first down. Across the 50, across the 45, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tide of Trenton Peabody.
You know, Dan, that's you see here on the Siler Thornton replay. We faked the tag route, or tag play, and he kept it and was able to get 11 yards. And Donald, so far, 3 carries, 24 yards, has been the bulk been all really of Peabody's offense.
This is a very young Peabody team.
Very, very, very young.
45-yard line inside South Gibson territory. Donald out of the gun on 1st and 10. Snap and the handoff. Goes straight ahead. Out across the 40. Down to about the 35. That should be enough for another first down for Peabody.
Yeah, that was Smith on the carry. And, Dan, here's the thing. You get Donald outside on a couple of quarterback keepers. Now these South Gibson kids, they don't know for sure which thing's going to happen. And so they're flying out, and now we're able to hit them up inside with Smith. If you can just keep them guessing and the offensive line continues to do their job, then you're going to see a little continuity for this offensive unit.
1st and 10. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Donald out of the gun. Snap, handoff, goes to the left side. They got them spread out, and Peabody suddenly taking advantage of that. And there's a 4-yard gain for Peabody. It's going to be 2nd down and about 6 yards to go.
Well, I tell you what, South Gibson's defense, which is very good, led by Cameron Clark, the Ole Miss commit, they are really flowing hard to the ball. So if you can get some misdirection going, get them going one way, take the ball the other way, you might have an opportunity to break some big plays.
Out of the gun. Donald looks back, pumps once, pumps twice, and pass incomplete.
Yeah, don't think he had a hold of the football very well when he tried to make that throw.
3rd down 6 from the 30-yard line. For Peabody, they look to the sidelines. Just about 4 minutes remaining in this quarter. I'm going to do the first quarter, and then Terry going to do the second quarter of this game as we get brushed up on our what's that word you used a while ago?
Matriculation.
Matriculations.
There you go.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. There's a snap. Donald goes down to the knee, and he's down. He slipped back at about the 35-yard line. So that is going to bring 4th down. Let's call it 10 from the 35-yard line for Peabody.
And I think you're going to see this offensive unit stay out on the field. And
South Gibson leading 14-0 here in the first quarter. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Out of the gun is Donald. High snap brings it down. Had a man open. Found him. Down the field we go. It is complete.
Nope, he dropped it.
He dropped it. But how did he even come close? Let's hopefully watch this again.
Well, that's Kenny. Is we tried
He's
to
talented.
Yeah, we try to get him one-on-one, and Clark gets some initial pressure. He beats Meadows off the snap, and then we throw it up and just try to let Jaquan Kenny go up, and had an opportunity. And look, there's that man again, Sebastian Brady, there to break that up.
Brady is a defensive jewel for South Gibson. So the ball goes over on downs. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line for South Gibson. Heath Howell, the senior quarterback. Out of the gun. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. There's a snap. Fakes the handoff. Fires it up the middle. Man is open. It's overthrew it barely. It's incomplete. Pass was intended for Reed.
Yeah.
Jonathan Reed.
Tried to hit Reed again on just a simple go route right there, and just overthrew him just a little bit as Howell showed off the strength of his arm. Second down 10, 3 minutes left in this first quarter. South Gibson leads Peabody 14-0. South Gibson scored at 11:13, and then at 6:45, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Howe up, throws, tries to hit number 22, which I don't have a number 22, okay, for South Gibson. But anyway, tried to hit him on just a little 5-yard hitch route and was unable to connect with him. That will bring up 3rd down and 10 from the South Gibson 35.
And South Gibson leading 14-0, 2 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in this quarter. 2 quarters of play in this varsity game as the sun sets finally behind the tree.
We can see.
There's a snap, a little lateral pass. It's complete. Bang! Hit once, hit twice. Flags go flying. And that's going to be interesting. I have no idea what the call is.
It's going to be a block in the back.
Back to the 34-yard line.
Our holding, okay. He could have taken his pick.
He had them both?
Yeah, he could have. I thought he got him in the back. You'll see here on the Siler Thornton replay, they just up and try to throw it to Reed out here and 14 comes in there and tries to get him, and he was the person who was guilty of the charge there. Jackson Bryant wasn't able to get their penalties declined. It's going to bring up 4th down, and now I think we'll see just South Gibson punting unit.
Good job by the defensive unit for Peabody. Now they're going to punt it away.
Gabe Lavorne back. Gabe Lavorne is just a junior, but he's got an offer from Austin Peay, got an offer from Troy.
And this punt is good and down to about the 36-yard line. Wilkes down immediately.
Yeah, Jonathan Cale down on the punt coverage unit and made the tackle.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Peabody on their own 36-yard line. Going to have 2 quarters of action for the varsity. Then the JV will conclude the night in a non-stop. Clock won't be stopping in the nightcap. Whistle and a timeout going to be called. Timeout on the field. South Gibson leading 14-0. We'll be back after this.
Trenton Health and Rehabilitation is a newly renovated 4-star facility in Trenton. It is the only Eden and Bronze facility within 200 miles of West Tennessee. Trenton Health and Rehabilitation offers skilled and long-term services. There is a nurse practitioner in the facility 5 days a week who works in conjunction with the doctor. Virtual providers are also available. You can call at 855-4500. Trenton Health and Rehabilitation is located at 2036 Highway 45 Bypass South in Trenton. Come visit us for your rehab needs.
H&R AgriPower is your local Case IH dealer in Trenton, Tennessee, and a proud supporter of the Golden Tide.
2 minutes, 41 seconds left in the first quarter of this half of a game that we're going to play here between South Gibson and Trenton Peabody's varsity teams, and Peabody has the ball. 1st and 10.
Donald working out of the shotgun. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Man goes in motion. There's a handoff, goes to the motion man. And he's going to pick up a couple of yards. And for Peabody, that was Billy Wilkins on the carry. Terry Wilkins never got the engine cranked.
No, he didn't. He's learning a new position. He of course was a running back, a very good running back last year, as it turned out. Now they've moved him out to receiver as DJ Smith has kind of taken over the bulk of the carries, and Billy, didn't. I think he picked the wrong lane right there, but you're right. He never did really have a chance to get going.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the gun. There's a snap. Handoff goes straight up the middle. And a couple of players stop for a gain of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, not much push by our offensive line right now. And look, there's going to be a lot of that when you play against this South Gibson team. They've got some large young men up there and some very talented young men up there.
Peabody to the line of scrimmage. Donald takes it, goes back, rolls to the left side, looks down the field, puts a pass up, and it is incomplete. Incomplete, just off the turf.
Got a flag. Not exactly sure what that one was. Had to try to roll Donald out to his weak side, and that's tough for an experienced quarterback, but definitely tough for an inexperienced.
See what the call is by the official.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against South Gibson. Okay, so they're going to bail Peabody out.
That's going to be 15 and a first. You don't see that call very much in a jamboree.
I see Eric Ward talking to Cameron Clark, and I don't know if Clark was the guilty party or who it was. He may be because he's going out of the ball game, but I think Mr. Ward was explaining to Clark, exactly why what the flag was for, and don't think Clark agreed with him, but that's okay too.
From the 49-yard line of South Gibson. Two to the right, two to the left. Snap, a little sideline pass is incomplete. Pass intended for Kenny. It's incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, that's a pass that Jaquan Kenny's got to catch that pass.
Even though it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, but with him, he can make one man miss and then he can be off to the races. So, but you got to catch the ball first.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Donald out of the gun. There's a snap, and the handoff goes to the running back, and a first down, and then several more out across the 35 to the 34-yard line. That'll be a first and 10 for Trenton Peabody from the South Gibson 34-yard line.
Yeah, just straight up the middle. Great job of blocking by the Peabody line. Smith makes one man miss and is able to get 15 yards and get the chains moving again.
Ace Metis comes out of the game. Might have tweaked his ankle a little bit right there. Maybe a leg cramp, too.
Could be. A lot of Peabody players going both ways.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Donald. And a bounce. The running back picked it up. And that was Yarbrough.
Smith.
Is that Smith?
It was Smith.
Sure was. And back to the 30-yard, 29-yard lines where they're going to mark it. Pickup of 6, second down and about 4. 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Yeah. South Gibson leading 14-0.
Good job, Smith, taking a negative play, potentially negative play, and turning it into a positive play.
Donald straight back, looks. And now he's got some running room. Down and drug out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. He picked up the first down for Peabody. Clock stops at 35 seconds remaining.
See it here on the Siler Thornton replay. Good job by Donald taking his 45 after the pocket collapsed and was able to get what he could. Gabe Lavorne on the tackle.
The field does look very good, but it has gone
nice.
Through a lot of water.
Yes.
First down and 10. Donald out of the gun. Where's number 1? They show blitz. Now somebody moved. Offside. And what happened there, when they showed blitz, they forgot to stop.
They did. So that's going to make it 1st and 5 from the 17-yard line.
So Peabody in a good situation right now against a very good defense of South Gibson. We get started for real next Thursday night here on Worthy Road Studios, BallGame Blitz, as it will be Milan and South Gibson. Out of the gun. Donald. Snap. He keeps. Goes straight ahead. Hit once, hit twice. Finally brought down at about the 16-yard line. Picked up a couple on the play. It'll be second down. 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play.
I believe they're going to wind the clock down.
Going to let it roll down, and we'll start again with the second quarter of this varsity jamboree here from Trenton Peabody. Our score at the end of one quarter of play. South Gibson 14, Peabody nothing. We'll be back to this.
Gibson County Utility District has provided Gibson County and the surrounding area with natural gas since 1953. We pride ourselves on our dedication to the comfort and safety of our customers and the citizens of Gibson County. And as citizens, you can do your part. Always be sure to call 811 before digging in order to avoid hitting a gas line or any other buried utility. Gibson County Utility District for better living in your community.
J&B Motors, 447 South Main in Dyer, Tennessee, will buy, sell, or trade, and even finance in-house. At J&B Motors, you can even enjoy a lifetime warranty. J&B is a complete dealer with a mechanic shop and a detail shop. Just travel to Dyer, 447 South Main, or visit the website at jnbmotorsllc.com. J&B Motors doesn't care about your credit. They care about you, their customers. J&B Motors, 447 South Main, Dyer.
We're back. 12 minutes on the clock. We are ready for the second period of play. Peabody has the football at the South Gibson 16-yard line. Second down, 4 yards to go, and they trail in this contest 14-0. South Gibson got on the board first, 59-yard connection from Howe to Reed, and then with 6:45 left in the first quarter, Howe took it in from 2 yards out, and that's where we stand right now. Peabody has the ball threatening, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Donald and Smith in the backfield. There's a snap. There's the hand. It's Smith. Up the handoff. Smith up the middle to the 15, to the 14, 13. I tell you what, Dan, this Smith kid, we talked about the lower body strength of Jaden Reed from South Gibson. I'm impressed with the lower body strength of Mr. Smith.
He showed it right there, didn't he? Just pushing and pushing and pushing, never gave up. This team south of Trenton Peabody is finding some identity here tonight. What do you think?
They are. I agree. I got to be honest with you. In this film that I've watched from the scrimmages, that's kind of what they were lacking, some identity. But these kids are working hard in practice, and they are, as you said, starting to find an identity. Play clock down to 7 seconds. Okay, the play clock stopped at 7 seconds. Now it's running again. 6-5. That may be the advantage. I think we're going to have another timeout, or we're going to have a reset. Eric Ward, the referee, is holding his hand up to reset the play clock, and so it's going to reset to 25. Peabody gets a break right there. 11:03 left. Terry Clement along with Dan Hughes from Walter Kilser Stadium on the campus of Trenton Peabody High School. This celebration of football between South Gibson and Peabody. We've got the jumbo package in for Trenton Peabody. We've got a lot of heavy on the left. Here we go. There's the handoff. It's to Smith. Can Smith go? He breaks back up into the middle. He breaks the tackle, crosses the 10 down to about the 9, and that's going to be good enough for a Peabody first down, and that's going to make it first down and goal. You see here on the Siler Thornton replay, nice cut by Smith, and is able just to muscle his way across the 10 to the 9. Well, now they're going to mark it at the 10, but that's still good enough for first down, and that makes it first and goal.
Terry, that defensive secondary from South Gibson, they committed straight ahead. They looked for the ball to go straight up the middle, and Peabody pulled the string there.
They did. Again, we got the overload to the right side. I look for Donald to keep it here. There he is. He keeps it. He's going to cut it up, and not going to be much there. As he's made lose a yard is number 5, Cade Beaver, sophomore defensive back, 6'2", 205, comes up from his safety position. South Gibson runs a 4-2-5. They have their 5 in an umbrella, which you don't see very often.
And it's not even raining.
Absolutely, and I'm going to bet we don't see that next Thursday night. They're both teams being very generic tonight. Second down 11, second down and goal from the 11. 14-0 South Gibson leads Peabody. 9:26 clock running here in the second quarter. We've got overload to the left. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Smith. Smith cuts up the middle. He's going to get down to about the 6-yard line. Ball comes loose, but that's going to be after Smith was down on the ground, and it is correctly ruled by the officials. Dan, you're right. The identification or identity that this Peabody team is starting to form is, and you knew it was going to take a little bit, as young as they are.
You just didn't think you'd find it in the Jamboree.
Right. So we've got third down, goal to go from the 6. Snap, Donald. He throws, holding flag route for Kenny. Kenny up, does he have it? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Tide.
That's going to be the first of many for Kenny. He knew exactly what was coming, and did Donald lay it there?
Oh,
exactly where he wanted it to be.
Beautiful pass. They beat Brady on the corner route. I call it a flag route. That shows my age. There used to be flags, not pylons. So now it's just called a corner route. And anyway, it's good for the Peabody touchdown. 14-6, 8:25. DeHaan for the extra point. Now we got a whistle. Illegal substitution against Peabody.
Came in late.
Well, and he made number 12. So
that's a dozen.
That is a dozen. Unfortunately, we can't play with a dozen legally.
I've seen it happen.
I have too. I played with 6 in basketball.
I remember.
No lie. And didn't get caught. DeHaan anyway. Now we'll back it up. It'll be a 25-yard extra point. Derek DeHaan, the hold of Patterson, and the kick is up. The kick is no good. DeHaan pulled it off to the left, and that's going to make it keep the score. South Gibson 14, Peabody 6. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
State Farm agent Amy Greer, 308 South College Street in Trenton, is where the customer's needs always come first. When life storms hit your home or your family, you're able to rest easy when you deal with a 30-year professional, Amy Greer at State Farm in Trenton. Your North Gibson local agency serving Trenton, Dyer, Rutherford, Bradford, Kenton, and Yorkville. See Amy or Scarlett Davis Smith or Courtney Tyree Williams. Amy Greer, State Farm, Trenton.
With extra pandemic unemployment funding coming to an end in Tennessee, you should not hesitate to find a job that pays what you need and treats you well, because those jobs are going to go as quickly as gasoline in a shortage. Apply today at McLean Power Systems in Trenton. Make your next career move to McLean today by texting POWER to 67664. That's POWER to 67664. McLean Power Systems is an equal opportunity employer.
Finally back, and I'll try to describe that play as best I can. Bad snap to Howell. Howell was able to pick it up, avoided 2 Peabody defenders, and was able to complete a pass to a receiver, and that receiver was able to get into the end zone with 4:06 remaining here in this contest, and up the South Gibson lead to 20-6. In for the extra point was number 84 Braxton Crowell, the sophomore, and it was no good. 20-6, Peabody leads. Peabody trails. 4:06 left in the second quarter. So what has happened, folks? And I know we went off air for quite a while. We believe there was something that happened to the internet. What you are watching is a recording we're going to just go ahead and record the remaining part of this quarter and then the 2 JV quarters, and you will be able to see those on the Worthy Road Studio YouTube channel. Terry Clement along with Dan Hughes. Dan?
I took a nap. I took a nap while it was all that.
Yeah, Dan, we had to wake Dan back up. 4:06 left in this second quarter. 20-6 South Gibson leads. Crowd getting ready to kick off, waiting for Peabody to take the field here at Walter Kilser Stadium in celebration of football 2023 between South Gibson and Trenton Peabody.
That last touchdown, Terry, was something that if you're with South Gibson, you're very, very pleased to see a play like that. If you're with Peabody, you're a little bit disappointed because there was that was one of those freaky plays.
Yeah, I had a great opportunity to tackle Hal for a loss, and when you have a broken play like that, sometimes discipline goes out the window, and especially in the secondary. And when you see the quarterback start to run, then you start to come up and you leave your receiver, and then he dumps it right over the top of you. That's exactly what happened right there. Kenny and Smith deep for Peabody. Crowd to kick off. 20-6 South Gibson leads. Terry Clement along with Dan Hughes, and next week all this stuff counts. There's the kick, end over end. Smith takes it at about the 19, 20 to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, and he's going to be tackled by number 14, Jackson Bryan, a senior, at about midfield. As Smith was very close to breaking that, but we've got a penalty flag down at the 40-yard line.
There it was.
We'll have to see what that one.
It was block in the back.
Block in the back. Yeah, it's typically either a hold or a block in the back on the receiving team. Oh, so it's a hold, actually. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Eric Ward. We got a hold, so Peabody will back up 10 yards, and they will start first down and 10 with 4 minutes left from their 30-yard line. Jerry Donald, the quarterback. Smith will be in the backfield. Kenny Yarbrough to the left. Brooks. There's Kenny and Yarbrough to the right. Brooks and Wilkins to the left. Flip formation. Man in motion, Yarbrough. There's a handoff. There's the ball's on the ground. Smith, he reaches down, picks it up, going to lose 2.
I got a feeling that Peabody's going to be working on holding on to the ball this week.
Yeah, that's with a young team, as we've mentioned several times, and we'll see. That's holding on to the football, especially when getting game situations. Because I'm going to tell you, practice, even scrimmages, even inter-squad scrimmages, there's nothing like when the lights come on and it's time
to play.
It's time to play. You're right, Donald. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Those out here. Here's Brooks. Nice block out there by Smith. He's to the 30. He's to the 35. He's to the 40. He's trying to break free. To the 45. Up to about the 49-yard line. What a block, DJ Smith. Dan, as we see this on the Siler Thornton replay, watch Smith just come out of the backfield, and, man, he lays Sebastian Bryant, our guy. Sebastian, we love you, man. You're a great player. But DJ Smith just put him on the ground right there, and that leads to a gain of 19. That will bring up first and 10 for Peabody at their own 49. 2:57 clock running. Second quarter, 20-6 South Gibson leads. There's the give to Smith. Hesitates. Now he accelerates across midfield to the 49. Going to pick up a couple. And that will bring up second down and 8. Cameron Clark on the tackle for South Gibson. Clark, as we mentioned before, is committed to Ole Miss, 6'4", 240-pound linebacker, tight end. I think they're going to use him as a defensive end, is what I've been reading. I myself, being an Ole Miss fan, very happy for this young man and happy for his father, who is a fine young man, score resource officer at South Gibson. Donald in the gun. Got trips to the right. Donald brings it down. He carries it. He's going to get up to about the 46. Give him 3. That's going to bring up third down and 5 as the clock approaches and now crosses the 2-minute mark. Crenshaw on the tackle for South Gibson. There you see a field level view, and you can just see how large of a young man Ace Meadows, multiple Division I offers. Just got one from Georgia State in the last couple of days. He's got this. We'll try to get an up-to-date list before next Friday night. 3rd down, 5, 134, clock running. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation. Here comes Yarbrough. There's the give to Smith. Smith breaks a couple of tackles. Going to get to about the 45. We're going to give him one. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. And I'm sure you're going to see this Peabody offense stay on the field. He knows he was just one more broken tackle away from possibly a big play and even carrying it to the house. 4th down, 4 yards to go. 1:05 left. After this, I'm assuming we'll have a halftime.
The bands will
perform, and then we'll have 2 12-minute running clock quarters of JV. Trips to the left, single receiver right. That's Kenny. They throw it out there to Wilkins. It's incomplete, and that will be a turnover on downs with 44 seconds left in this varsity portion of this 2023 celebration of football.
You got it. And it's time to start. And Thursday night, they'll put the chin straps on. Everybody will be ready. And it'll be South Gibson and Milan. That game from Milan. We'll have the play-by-play for you on Worthy Road Studios, BallGame Blitz. And then on Friday night, we go to Jackson on the 18th. And that will be Peabody and USJ will be battling at that point. And that'll be the home opener for Peabody is August the 25th. And Terry, I do not have a schedule for, I'll have it by next week, but I don't have a schedule for South Gibson.
Yeah, I do not as well. That was Jaden Reed on the carry. He gained about 8 yards. There's a handoff to Reed again. He's going to get the first down. He's going to cross the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. The clock will stop momentarily, 16.3 seconds. And now the clock is back running, and we will see if South Gibson will run another play. I don't think they will. South Gibson is going to win this half of football 20-6 over Trenton Peabody. But you know, Dan, we saw some things out of Trenton Peabody. They started to develop a little bit of an identity.
I think you're right, and you saw it about midway toward the end of the first quarter of play. And they saw some things in themselves that they were able to do that I'm sure that the coaches have been preaching, and finally somebody rose up on the line and said, amen, we can do it, and they did it. Now, on the other side of the ball, I saw a South Gibson team that's very, very good.
They are very good. They are very good, and they're going to do well in Region 6-4A, which is going to be the region that they will participate in this year and next year, and that's a pretty tough league. Lexington's in there, Chester County's in there, Hardin County's in there. So that's going to be a pretty strong league as well. And as we look up the South Gibson schedule after next week at Milan, they will host Memphis Hamilton on the 25th. Then they will open region play at Hardin County September 1st, and then September 8th they'll host Christian County. They will go to USJ September 15th. Big night September 22nd. They will host Chester County. They'll play Dyer County on September the 29th. October the 13th, they will travel to Lexington. Then on October the 20th, they will travel to Jackson Northside, and they will finish the regular season on Friday, October the 27th, when they host Jackson Southside.
And that's going to be the start of that's going to be the regular season. They're going to play a ways after the regular season.
Oh, they will. I think you're definitely right. This region will match up with Region 5, which will be out of Middle Tennessee. It's going to be your Creekwood, Cheatham County schools schools like that for Peabody. After next, you've talked about the schedule a little bit. After next week at USJ, they'll host Jackson Christian. Then you'll get into region play with the defending state runner-up and a favorite to go back to Cookeville again this year in Decatur County Riverside. And then later on, you'll have dates with Huntington. You'll have dates with Adamsville, Gibson County, Camden. And it's going to be a pretty tough region.
Welcome back, everybody, to Trenton Peabody and the Jamboree for 23. It'll be South Gibson and Trenton Peabody. This will be the JV game. 2 15-minute running clocks. And this time, Terry, South Gibson's going to kick off. I'm Dan Hughes, along with Terry Clement, to bring you the play-by-play of the JV game, and then we get started next week on Thursday and Friday night.
Yeah, we're double dipping next week.
Yeah, Paul's going to think double dipping.
Yeah, it means that check's going to be bigger.
Yeah, oh yeah. We're going to retire after the end of the season.
I wish.
No, you don't.
No, I really don't.
Ready to go. Here we go. South Gibson kicking off. Little pooch kick. Somebody got to pick it up, and they do. And down at the 40-yard line they go, and Peabody will have the football. 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
And we don't have a 44 on the
These
roster.
things are going to happen a lot.
They are.
In this game in particular. So we may be just following the action instead of who everybody is scheduled to be. Where they're supposed to be, I should say. In fact, I don't have any 40s on my roster.
I've got one.
Who you got?
I've got Caden McClellan, number 40.
Okay. Anyway, Peabody to the line. Is this Yarbrough as the quarterback?
It is.
There's a snap, goes down, long pass down the field. It is complete, and he's gone. Adios, goodbye. McField's touchdown. Well, need we say more?
We think that's McField's.
I
Just
think
a
so.
Straight go route. Yarbrough underthrows him a little bit. McField's does a great job coming back and beating the defender.
Cordell McField, he's a senior. And now Peabody's going to attempt the point after. What a pass from Yarbrough.
Yeah. So we got Elliott and Elliott. And I said that the wrong names earlier, but Elliott and Elliott are the snapper and the holder.
And the extra point is no good.
Blocked.
And so it's 6-0. Peabody leading on the very first play from center. And Peabody cashes in a hurry. Yarbrough was a bright point there on a strong arm, Terry.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Landon Yarbrough, he's a senior, but he's the backup quarterback, so he's getting some snaps in this JV game. And, you know, usually you don't see that, but I tell you what, Dan, with the numbers down a little bit at Peabody like they are, then, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And should something, we hope not, but should something happen to Jerry Donald, then Landon Yarbrough would have to be the guy, so he needs to get some reps.
And the very first rep was a success. 12-12 remaining in the first quarter of a running clock game. Here at Peabody, the crowd dwindling out somewhat.
Yeah, thinning out. Good crowd from down the road, Medina. 19 miles separates Medina and Trenton. And I found out how this came to be. I found this out tonight. Didn't know. Just figured because they were close to each other, you know, they decided to do it. Well, a few years back, these two teams played in a jamboree at Paris at Henry County High School. And it was like 11:30 before they got done, much like It's not going to be tonight, but it's going to be close. But anyway, and I'm kidding about that. But anyway, Coach Stidham at the time got with Coach Jacobs and said, this is stupid. Why are we driving all the way up here, making just a little bit of the money? Let's just do this home and home every year. And we play freshman, varsity, and JV. And so that's a lot of these going on tonight, Lexington and Huntington. Happening.
Have you picked up any scores?
You know what? I have not. I tried to get on Michael Odom's X page, as Twitter is now called. And
there's a kickoff and picked up and taken to the 41-yard line. That's where South Gibson will take over, 1st and 10.
He's here, by the way. Well, he's supposed to be. I talked to him the other day. He was going to be here. He was gracious enough to help me out with some rosters.
Odom's gracious.
Yeah, well, he was then. No scores. Let me see if I can reach out. I know somebody who was going to the Lexington Huntington game.
Going to have a timeout. Nope. I'm going to have a substitution. We had,
I think we had
12 players.
Yeah, they had 12.
5-yard penalty against Peabody. Bring the ball up to the 48-yard line and get set. There's a snap, there's a pass, and if it's complete, it may have lost a yard on the play.
Cade Allen was the quarterback there, number 16. 6'1", 170, and they ruled that pass incomplete, Dan, so that will bring up 2nd and 5.
It's a good thing he dropped it.
It really was, because they were going to lose yardage.
Low snap, picks it back up, rolls to the right side, and he took a hit there. And that's close to the line of scrimmage, but maybe lost a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 6.
McField's on that tackle.
If you just joined us, Peabody won the freshman game. South Gibson won the varsity game. Now we're in a junior varsity game, and Peabody leads by the score of 6-0. Pass incomplete. Shot a bullet up the middle, nobody home. 8:30 remaining in the first quarter.
Dan, Huntington defeated Lexington 21-3 in their varsity action.
Were there only 2 teams playing?
There
in that
were,
one?
yes. They were kind of doing something like what we were doing, freshman varsity and JV.
I remember Huntington years ago had
yes,
about 15 teams there.
You're right. We played in that when I was playing.
There's a handoff, goes around the left side and got back to the original line of scrimmage. And 4th down to turn the ball over on downs, and Peabody will have possession of the football, leading here 6-0.
That tackle was made by Jaden Jennings, sophomore, 6'4", 190. You know, we saw him as a running back some last year, and now he's playing on the defensive side of the ball.
Years ago, coaches would never put the original numbers on a football player at a jamboree.
No, you're right. It's in the lineman. There we go. It's the
center.
Center. He's kind of important.
Illegal procedure going to be called against Peabody. That play was discombobulated from the
it really was.
Word go. Now, if you want to read a list of teams that is going to be quite interesting as far as a region is concerned, look at Peabody's region. We were talking about South Gibson's region a while ago. Peabody probably has that region that they're in, maybe the toughest region in the state of Tennessee.
I don't think there's any doubt. And it's going to be one of the 2 or 3 or 4, regardless of class, toughest region. Now, yeah, we're not comparing a 2A team to a 6A team. We're just talking about competition level from top to bottom. I'm going to tell you something. This is what I see. Whoever wins the quarterfinal playoff out of this quarterfinal game, the playoffs out of this quadrant, will win your state championship.
You're saying the state champion will come from this area?
I do. I believe that.
They'll bring up third and about 20 for the tie.
I do believe that.
It's such a tough region. You couldn't doubt. You couldn't say, "Hey, there's a shot of that happening."
Yeah, I mean it's a very, 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 very tough region. And the way I'm seeing it, we're going to match up with Waverly's region, which we have in the past, usually in the semifinals. Yarborough on the run, lowers his head.
Whoa!
That's helmet-to-helmet contact, and that's going to be 15 yards. In that region, Mount Pleasant, Harpeth, East Hickman, Summertown, Hickman County, Loretto, Lewis County, and Waverly. So that's going to be a pretty tough region, but I don't think there's any way it's as tough as this region is. I'll take our 4 against their 4.
Yeah.
And think all 4 of ours have a pretty good shot to beat all 4 of theirs.
Is the helmet-to-helmet an automatic first down?
It is automatic first down.
Because he's going to run a yard shy from the 15-yard penalty. And
I mean, it's a personal foul, and all personal fouls are automatic.
That's correct.
But now they're saying now that it's – well, I thought I saw him
incidental?
hold up. No, I thought I saw Eric Ward hold up 3 fingers like it was going to be 3rd down or 4th down.
It's 4th down and a yard.
But the ball is on the 39-yard line and the marker's on the 39-yard line. So how's that not an automatic first down as a personal foul?
Now they put the ball back at the 40-yard line. And 3rd down and a yard.
Okay.
I don't know.
I got to ask. I'll have to ask somebody about that one because I thought with it being a personal foul, then it's an automatic first down. But I guess I'm wrong on that one.
Well, I won't let you live it down.
I know you won't.
There's a handoff, and
it's going to
he
cost
lost
us
a
a
yard
first
or
down.
two.
Yep.
It's going to be 4th down and about 2.5 yards.
Gentry on the carry, McCullough on the tackle.
So is it 4th down or 3rd down?
It's going to be 4th down now.
Okay, he had 4th down on the down marker over there. That's why I thought it was 4th and 1. All right.
And then they changed it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see. I'm looking through the window that we can't see out of.
Oh.
It reminds me of last year at Melrose. I mean, it really does.
You had to bring that up again.
Well,
wide right, wide left.
false start against Peabody, so that's going to make it
4th down and about 8.
And it's probably good because South Gibson had about 4 people blitzing. So it was going to be 6 to block 8, or 5 to block 8, sorry. And throw it up to McField.
There he goes. Got him open. And couldn't bring it down. Oh, did they catch it?
Yeah, I think he did catch it.
Let's watch it again.
Chance Combs. We got one-on-one coverage up there. Yarbrough just kind of throws it up.
What an arm.
And Combs goes up. And
I am impressed.
And there you go.
Ball's at the 14-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 for Peabody. 70 seconds remaining in this quarter. Handoff goes around the right side. To the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown Tide. That's your number 44.
We don't have a name. We'll see if we can get a name during the end of the quarter. Good job. Nash Barker gets a block out here. Just enough of a block to spring our back, and he breaks a tackle at the 10 and then makes number 23, Matthew Austin, miss a tackle and into the end zone. And now we got Desmond Griffin in to attempt the point after.
Ball down, kick up, it's blocked.
Griffin's extra point is blocked. Your score, Peabody
And
12.
Peabody leads 12-0 as we head to the end of the first quarter of play. Terry Clement will be along to bring you the play-by-play in the second quarter. Again, our score after one quarter, Peabody 12, South Gibson nothing.
Back here at Walter Kilser Stadium, Jamboree 2023. We're in the JV portion of the night, and Peabody leads this contest by a score of 12-0. Terry Clement here along with Dan Hughes as we get the 2023 season kind of started. We're going to start for real next Thursday night, and as we will be in Milan, Tennessee, down the road, as South Gibson will travel to Milan. We'll cover that game, and then Friday night we'll be at Overton Stadium or Overton Field on the campus of the University School of Jackson. There's the kick, high and over in, pretty deep. It's going to go all the way down back to the 9-yard line where it's fumbled there. Now it's picked up to the 10. Running sideways and not going to make it outside is number, I believe that's 26 for South Gibson. I don't have a number 26 on my roster. Tackle was made by Jackson Lucas, number 17 for Trenton Peabody, and so South Gibson will start at their own 13-yard line.
Terry, did you get a name for number 44?
I did not. I did not. I asked our guys next door, and they had a name by number 44, but then they said they were handed a different roster tonight when they got here, and so we don't know who number 44 is, and now we got a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout called by Peabody. We'll keep it here. 13:48 left in the final quarter of 6 of the evening, and you see the Peabody JV defense getting some direction from Coach Tab Val. Shane Jacobs is your head coach, of course. Tab Val is the defensive coordinator. Jay Taylor, the offensive coordinator. Jason Driggers, offensive line. Steve Mathis, defensive line. Nick Cobb is the receiver and linebacker coach. Paul Hudson, special teams and quarterback coach. And then also Justin Truitt, who is the head coach of the freshmen, also is the quarterback coach and helps out with the defensive line. So very good staff assembled here at Trenton Peabody High School. Now we see South Gibson. They will come out. Number 16, Cade Allen, will be running the show. He is in the shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Allen back to throw. Tries to hit a deep post route and overthrows number 22, another person we don't have a name for.
Let's just start making them up.
Well, we know because we would hurt somebody's feelings. I know.
That's right, Jim.
Incomplete. Second down, 10, 12:45 clock running. Very good coverage by the Peabody defense on that last play. There's a snap. It's low. Allen able to scoop it up. Tries to do it. They try to hit the same thing again, and then this time they're successful. As number 22 goes up, does a great job of shielding Jamarcus Haynes away from the football. You'll see here on the Siler Thornton replay. Just a post route over the linebackers, and great job shielding the defender away from the football. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the South Gibson 42. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, shotgun. H-back to the right also. Allen to throw, tries to hit number 22 again on about a 10-yard hitch route and overshoots it. I tell you, Dan, the freshman, the varsity, and the JV, all three have quarterbacks that have very good arms for South Gibson.
Oh, I totally agree. And, if one thing I'm going to remember about tonight is the quarterback play on both these teams.
Absolutely.
I've been impressed.
Absolutely. Allen, back to throw. Lofts one down the middle, and his receiver, number 34, Austin Moore, lost his footing, got a little bit off balance, and was unable to bring in the pass. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Ball resting at the South Gibson 42-yard line. We're approaching 11 minutes left in this Jamboree 2023. Starts for real next week. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun, low snap. Allen is able to get it under pressure. The ball gets knocked out of his hands by Jennings. Jennings now trying to get him. Allen runs out of bounds and he's going to lose 4 back to about the 38-yard line. Jaden Jennings blew that play up, as you'll see here on the Siler Thornton replay. You see he comes to an A gap, knocks down the blocker, knocks the ball out of Allen's hand. Allen was able to pick it back up, and then Jennings able to almost get him out of bounds, and then number 25, Chance Combs, was able to finish the play. And that will bring up 4th down and 14, and now South Gibson will go into punt formation, 10-10 left. Eli Lewis is deep to receive for Trenton Peabody. 10 seconds on the play clock. I think South Gibson is short a man. I can tell they are. They don't have enough linemen. Oh, now the play clock's been reset to 25. That's okay. There's the snap. It's high, brought down. There's the punt. It's going to be short and almost bounded into a Trenton Peabody player. And fortunately, Lewis was able to receive that kick and keep possession for Peabody. Muhammad Hassan was the punter for South Gibson, a senior.
South Gibson's got a lot of numbers over there.
They do.
As this is a 4A school, they've got the numbers. They've got a lot of talent. They're going to play a lot of football this year.
I agree with you completely. One to the right, one to the left. That ball is handed off to, and here's Agnew. Agnew across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Edward Agnew. We saw him in the freshman game, and now we're seeing him in this JV game. 5'9", 175-pound freshman. And ladies and gentlemen, remember that name, Edward Agnew.
Edward Spyro T. Not that one.
That's right.
Another Agnew.
That's right. He gained 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 4, 8:17 left, clock running. You see a field level shot. Receiver right, receiver left. Shotgun formation. Agnew back with there. Agnew gets the ball again. Agnew to the 45. We're going to have a hold to the 40, up to about the 48-yard line. And we're going to have a hold, so this one's going to come back. And it's going to be 2nd down, 14. That one kind of happened out in front of the good Lord and everybody, so they kind of had to call that one.
You're supposed to hide those things.
Well, you're supposed to. That brings the ball back to the 36-yard line. 2nd down, 14 for Peabody. Leading 12-0 in this contest against South Gibson. Jamboree 2023. And we now have 7 minutes left with the clock running. Play clock at 20. Plenty of time. Yarbrough the quarterback. Agnew back there with him. One to the right, one to the left. And the pass is incomplete from Yarbrough. It was intended for Bo Elliott, number 28, who we saw play a little quarterback in the freshman game. So Elliott tries his hand at receiving and was unsuccessful right there. So that will bring up 3rd down, 14 from the 36.
3rd, about 15 for the time.
South Gibson defeated Peabody in the varsity action, 20-6 in the freshman action. Dan?
It was, I knew you was going to ask me that. 12-0?
13-6 Peabody.
13-6, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yarbrough, back to pass.
Got a 4 open.
Wide open. He had Agnew going down the seam. Wasn't able to see him and is able to get the ball back to the 40-yard line. So that'll be a 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 4th down and 11. And I think Peabody is going to, they are going to go into punt formation. Number 34, Corbin. Is that right? 34 back to punt.
He needs to turn around.
I've got 34 as Corbin Hooper, who is a senior defensive lineman, and that doesn't look like a Corbin Hooper. Peabody is in punt formation. 5 minutes left. Jamboree 2023. There's the snap. There's the punt. It's off. End over end, lands at about the 42, bounds down to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 24.
34 was the punter.
And South Gibson comes in and picks it up, which that really wasn't very smart, but 33-yard punt. If my math is correct, 9 and 26, 35, sorry. Went the wrong way, 35-yard punt. South Gibson will take over. 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Clock running. Trading 12-0 in the JV portion of Celebration. Dan, I like that title. Celebration of Football. I like that.
Well, I've got it.
Is it patented? Copyrighted? There you go. There's a handoff. It's number 21. The guy kid that we didn't know. He fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Trenton Peabody. We didn't have the young man's name in the freshman game. We don't have it now, but we can tell you that he fumbled the football. And number 22, Hayden Farley, recovers the football. Fumble was forced by number 8, Billy Wilkins, and recovered by number 22, Hayden Farley. So Peabody will take over at the 31-yard line of South Gibson, leading 12-0, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Receiver to the right, receiver to the left. We've got the Elliott boys, one to the right, one to the left. There's the snap. Here's the handoff. It's Agnew. Agnew to the 30, inside the 27. Oh, easy, guys. There goes his helmet. And great job by Agnew getting a little hot-tempered, and good job by one of his teammates pulling him away, saying, son, calm down. Stuff like that's going to happen. Shane Jacobs now having a word with him, and I'm sure he's saying, sir, we don't act like that.
Say, calm down.
Calm down. It's going to be okay. Gain of 5 for Agnew. We'll say 4. Second down, 6 from the 27. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Not much happening there. Don't know if he's going to gain a yard. Can at least get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's number 44, who we don't have a number for him. I think they're going to give him back. Gentry. I just heard the name Gentry come over the loudspeaker, and I don't have a Gentry on the roster, but we'll Gentry, 44. Thank you very, very much. We just got word. And we apologize to Mr. Gentry and any of his family listening. We have the roster that we were given. There's a snap. Handoff. Gentry, right side. To the 25. Cross to the 23. Drug back to the 24. They're going to give him the 23. That's going to bring up 4th down and 2. Tackle by Lucky, number 18. For South Gibson, 4th down and 2 from the 23-yard line. 1:15 remaining. It looks like Peabody is going to win this portion of the Jamboree. They won the freshman portion 13-6, lost the varsity 20-6, but it looks like they're going to win the JV portion at least 12-0. One as we hit the 1 minute mark. Receiver right, receiver left. Motion, snap, busted play. Yarbrough still has the ball, gets out of it. Now he gets to the 25, cuts it up. He's to the 20, and he's going to be brought down there. And that should be enough for a first down for Trenton Peabody. Here you see the Siler Thornton replay. Snap was off to the right. I don't know if he was supposed to give it or keep it, but he kept it. And he was able to make a play, and that's a senior being a senior. Gets down to the 20-yard line, and I believe that's going to do it, Dan. Now I'll turn it back over to you.
Very good job, Terry. Peabody JV is going to win this football game by the score of 12-0. Peabody wins the freshman and the JV, and South Gibson has won the varsity here tonight as we start the 2023 football season. Again, a note of our schedule for this coming week. On Thursday night, we'll have South Gibson and Milan. That game will be played at Milan. We'll have the play-by-play for you here at Worthy Road Studios, the BallGame Blitz. Also, then on Friday night, we go to USJ. It'll be USJ taking on Trenton Peabody. Again, Worthy Road Productions will have the lead on that. So we're ready to start, Terry. And
it's here.
We haven't even got one notched off yet.
Yeah, it's here.
Next week, it counts. It all counts. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. BallGame Blitz, brought to you by Worthy Road Studios and all of the good people there. Christopher, and he was our director, and Olivia. She did our replay. Billy and Eric with the cameras. And Terry, you did a good job in both play-by-play and color here tonight. And the executive producers, Paul Schulze. It's going to wrap it up for tonight. I'm Dan Hughes. Have a great rest of the evening, everybody.